Hello? Can you hear me? Nice. Let's put some music on. Well, it's me again. And I'm back. It's my affiliate anniversary today as well, I think. Or sometime this week. No, I had one of these. I should use it. Well, what it seems like, I want to talk about something. I was wondering if people actually care about you when you have a summer break and they make sure you have something to do. Because I signed up for summer course that I can't take any student bidrag or loans for, and all like those facts. Like I might just down to responsibility once I had it. Let's watch something. Oh man. Okay. Let's watch this. There's apparently a new trailer for Fable. Let's watch it.
Fable is a beautiful open-world action RPG, packed with drama, jeopardy, and high-stakes choices that change the world. But at the heart of Fable is a game within a game. An endless interconnected life sim where you'll be remembered for changing people's lives, building property empires, manipulating the economic fate of entire settlements, and more. And as you do all this, you'll build different identities and experience a complex, nuanced morality that is so much more than good versus evil. It's what you'll do in Fable when you aren't saving the world, and we call it building an extraordinary life. Let's dive in. Here I am in the middle of Oakshire, one of the 6 regions in our visually diverse open world. It's characterised by beautiful rolling hills and lush, colourful foliage, inspired by the British countryside. There are settlements of different sizes throughout the world, each with their own population, traits and landmarks. Albion is full of variety. We can see one of those settlements up ahead. Silverbrook, a peaceful farming town and the largest settlement in Oakshire. Silverbrook is all about farming, so it has an almost unhealthy obsession with vegetables, which can be seen in every detail of the environment. It's in how the villagers have decorated their houses, their shops, and their streets. It's even in how they dress their scarecrows. When I enter a settlement, I quickly run into the beating heart of Albion, its people. There are over 1,000 handcrafted, fully voiced NPCs, each one with their own job, home, routine, relationships, and memory. None of these villagers are scripted dressing. They have emergent behaviour powered by real-time systems. They go to work, they go to bed, they have hobbies and families. Sometimes, they just want to spend time in the pub. Albion feels alive because its people have lives. I've never been to Silverbrook, and because I've done nothing of note yet, Max the stable hand here is completely indifferent to me.
Got a minute? What do you want then?
So, if I ask him to follow me,
Follow me.
I don't deal with randos.
He won't, and he thought I was weird. That's fair.
Right then. Bye.
Mind how you go, I guess.
In the story, I'm here investigating if there's a connection between Isabel, the powerful red-cloaked hero I'm pursuing, and the strange magical incidents being reported in Silverbrook. I've heard something about giant vegetables and a hero called Arden who lives nearby. Maybe they could help me find Isabel. And it seems there's a bit of a commotion in the town square. Let's see what's going on.
Someone needs to tell this little brat what's what. Oh, hero, can you do me a favour and get this bloody kid away from me?
No! I won't let you kill Colin! Hero! You have to stop him!
Look, kid, I'm a butcher, and Colin's just a pig. Do I need to spell it out?
But I'm not like all the other pigs, am I, John?
Oh, fuck. Look, I am not having this
Hello.
conversation with you again, Colin.
Did I just understand that pig?
The novelty wears off after a bit, trust me.
Colin's special! Please. We can eat something else at the Silver Travel Feast. Well done.
People are expecting a hog roast, kid, and I've been preparing this pig for ages.
But I've only just learned to communicate. Who knows what else I could achieve? I've got potential, hero. Don't let me end up on a spit. Please.
Well, this certainly qualifies as a magical incident. What you're seeing here is not a cinematic. It's just one of the hundreds of story conversations in our game. We have over 2 hours of high-quality, performance-captured cinematics, just like the ones you've seen in our trailers. But in these conversations, you'll make hundreds of branching dialogue choices that change what happens and how people feel about you. It's important to note that every choice has a consequence. It's up to me if Colin lives or dies, and I think he should live. I mean, come on, he's a talking pig.
Let the pig live.
Yes!
Thanks, hero. I knew you'd understand. No hard feelings, John.
You don't make the decisions here. This is my pig, bought and paid for.
I can see his point, so I'm going to pay the butcher.
What's the pig worth to you? I'll cover it.
Oh, it's not just a pig. It's provisions, labour, faff. We're talking thousands.
2,000 gold. That seems pretty steep. All right, Colin's worth it.
Here. This should cover your expenses.
Fine. Those rumours about Dave's veg better be true. Feast going vegan this year.
Hero! You saved Colin. Mum gave me these, but I think you deserve them more.
Thanks. Maybe you could help me back. The guild sent me. There's been reports of strange things happening around here.
Like what?
Who's in charge around here? And where's Arden, the hero?
Arden doesn't really come around here anymore. You should try the sheriff. His office is nearby. Come on, Colin. Let's go.
I've spared Colin's life. I've also gained reputations as virtuous and shrewd. In Fable, every action generates local reputation. You'll eventually be known for the reputations you build, and everyone will judge you on their own moral terms, often directly. And this is at the center of our complex, nuanced take on morality, evolving beyond just right and wrong. It reflects real life, where morality is multifaceted and subjective. One person's good is another person's evil. Even being merciful will divide opinion.
Let's chat to some other folks and see what they think about me.
Hello there.
Hey, you're that hero.
This is Jack the Beggar. He's a commoner who's unemployed right now, which is a shame, given he's a hard-working sort of person. On the right is how he feels about me. Jack likes my virtuous reputation and thinks I'm principled. Other NPCs might feel differently about my choices, because each has their own moral view on the choices you make. There are lots of ways to interact with NPCs. I'm going to give some gold to Jack, because he seems nice, and he's a bit down on his luck.
For you. I hope it helps.
Oh, this is going straight in my pocket. Cheers.
He was grateful for that, and he felt I was being kind. Let's give him a bit more.
Here. Don't spend it all at once.
This takes the edge off. Thank you.
That made an impact. I've gained a reputation for being kind, and I'm known for it across Silverbrook. Everything you do has a consequence. Let's leave Jack.
So long.
You're like a breath of fresh air, you know?
I do like Jack, though. Maybe I should buy him a gift. There are lots of shops with different stock across Albion. Let's go to the general store across the street to see what they have. Every business has NPCs working in them as part of their daily life. Just like Megan here.
This is some quality stuff.
Welcome, hero. What can I do for you?
Doing my deal to save Colin gave me a shrewd reputation, and Megan here is a fan. She's an ambitious commoner, and she thinks I'm savvy because of my earlier deal-making. Every NPC has unique characteristics driving who they are and what they think of you. You know what? Forget Jack. He's dead to me. I'm going to try flirting with Megan.
Phew. Is it hot around here, or is it just you?
Well, aren't you confident? Between you and me, I've always wanted to swoon.
That went well. Megan thinks I'm charming and flirty, and I've started to build a reputation for it in Silverbrook. Let's ask her out on a date.
Do you want to grab a drink or something?
Would you believe you're almost what I'm looking for?
Clearly she's interested, but I'm not worthy of her time just yet. She wants to date an entrepreneur who owns their own home and only wears fancy clothes. They're high standards. She is ambitious after all. All right, I'm invested in taking Megan on a date. Let's go.
I'll be back, I'm sure.
You have a smashing day.
First, I'll need to buy a business to get a reputation as an entrepreneur. In Fable, I can literally buy any business. I could buy that bakery across the street, or around the corner, I could buy one of the stalls. But you know what?
I had a new McFlurry. Here, it's caramel and coconut. That was fucking amazing. Good as fuck. 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10 probably. Very nice.
I think I like the pub. The Silver Trough. It's simple to buy a property, interact with the deed outside the front door to see income, price, and the number of people employed there. To be honest, I've always wanted to own a pub, so let's buy it. Maybe this is the start of my business empire. I'm a proud new pub owner. Now I can set prices and wages, and I can manage the staff. Every villager performs differently. Here, Susan the bartender is great with customers because she's caring. And that's giving my pub an income boost of 10%. Thanks, Susan. The pub's understaffed though. As the new owner, I should probably sort that out. And guess what? I know just the hard-working fellow. Let's go back to Jack the beggar.
You're so pure.
I've also gained reputations as an entrepreneur and as rich, because I bought the pub and it cost me a ton of gold. Jack, you're no longer dead to me.
Hi there.
Hey, you.
Jack still likes me for my kindness earlier, but I like that Jack is hard-working, so I'm going to give him a job in my pub.
Got a job, if you're interested.
I can probably do that, yeah.
I can hire anyone, providing they like me enough to accept my job offer. Great. Jack is thankful I've made a positive impact on his life. He's no longer a beggar, and he's now a bartender.
Cheers.
Yeah, makes sense. There are so many other people to talk to.
Villagers react to the reputations you build,
They'd help with anything.
and they remember the things you do to them. Now the pub is fully staffed, and Jack can head off to work.
Isn't that crazy?
Take your time, Jack.
That could happen. Someone gave him a job out of the
Next, I
blue.
need some fancy clothes.
Why doesn't that
Let's
happen
head
in
to the
real
table.
life? That crazy.
There are lots of places I can update my look. Tailors, hairdressers, tattooists. And every settlement has different options available. There are rare
Does
outfits to
look really
discover in
good,
the more
though.
dangerous parts of Albion too.
I love
There are
the
tons of options to
foliage.
create a unique look for your hero. This place looks fancy. Let's head inside. This is the tailor, Rhiannon.
So much choice on offer.
We're closing soon.
Just like real life, wealth is a divisive topic, and Rhiannon has her own views. In stark contrast to the ambitious Megan, she's very much not a fan of rich entrepreneurs, and she thinks I'm out of touch. Which makes sense, given she's humble. Let's have a look at what she's selling. Fancy clothes, hopefully.
Can I see your stuff?
Don't waste my time.
Rhiannon's jacking up the prices by 80% just for me. Looking closer reveals why. That's just how much she hates me. This is just one example of where your choices ripple through all the interconnected systems. And here I've got our character customizer. I'm free at any time to find a wardrobe and change a bunch of different things about myself. I can change my skin tone, body, head, hair, and lots more. In the tailor, I can only buy clothes. But there's over 120 different shops in Albion, each with their own stock and items to buy. Let's finish my outfit with some fancy shoes. See you, Rhiannon.
Take care.
Yeah, all right.
We don't get on, but it's been a pleasure. Now I'm really looking the part. Let's check on my relationship with Megan. At any time, I can dip into property and people screens to track my loved ones, of which there could be many, because I can have relationships with everyone in Albion if I like. It would just take a while. While I'm here, I can see the reputation cloud on the right. It shows me what I'm known for in Silverbrook. As an entrepreneur, rich, kind, shrewd, and virtuous. On a single moral scale, these reputations would be seen the same way, as absolutely good or evil. However, as we've seen with Megan and Rhiannon, Fable's morality reflects the complexity of judgment we see in the world today, where everyone has their own moral view.
The last thing left for Megan is to own a home. I'm a bit short on cash though, seeing as I paid a fortune to save Colin and bought a pub. But since I've bought it, I've been earning passive income, so let's swing by to collect it. The people of Silverbrook all have their own nuanced, subjective view of who I am and what they think of me. But if I don't like my reputations in Silverbrook, I can pay the town crier to change them. I give them gold, a lot of gold, and they spread a new reputation for me. If you're rich enough, you can change what people think of you. Here I am at the Silver Trough, now under new management. Let's head inside and check in on our employees. There's Susan, my star bartender from earlier.
Well, aren't you a do-gooder?
Hey, you. Working hard?
Just who I wanted to see. You.
Oh, she fancies me because she thinks I'm compassionate. Sorry, Susan. I only have eyes for Megan.
Keep at it.
You and me, boss. You and me.
Hey.
And there's Jack. Let's say hi.
How's it going? Just working. You know me.
I knew you'd work out, Jack. He is a hard-working commoner after all. Keep up the good work.
Farewell. See you, boss.
Things seem to be ticking over in here, so I'll head downstairs to the income chest to collect my profits.
Looking good.
There's an income chest in every business I own and every property I live in. It means I don't have to go to each individual place, and I can collect all my income from any of them. I've got a decent amount of gold now. Time to pick off the last thing on Megan's list. Owning my own property in Silverbrook. Let's go house hunting. I can buy literally any house in Albion. It would just take a while, and quite a bit of gold. But I like the look of this one. Nice garden, rural views, weird hairy pig statues out front. Let's have a look. Looks like I don't quite have enough money. That's a shame, but one thing I can do is pick up a shift at a job. There's a blacksmith just down the road. Hopefully I can go earn enough gold there.
Wow.
Going on dates, buying properties and businesses, and doing jobs are all part of the interconnected Fable experience. It really adds to the sense of immersion when I can take a break from saving the world to change the lives of the people around me and discover how the simulation reacts. I could play this part of the game forever, and I'd never run out of systemic toys to tinker with. There's a couple of jobs to take on across Albion, but today I fancy a try at blacksmithing. It's as simple as walking up to the anvil to start a shift. No prior experience required.
Oh shit, wow. Not like real life though.
In the interest of time, we've reduced the time limit here. But regardless, it's a classic case of risk versus reward. I'm constantly having to balance speed versus precision, while trying to earn as much as I can.
You earned 6k
I need to hit
for
all the
one of
hotspots to
them?
complete an item.
Damn.
But if I manage a perfect hit, just like that, I earn a multiplier on my gold. That's a successful shift completed.
Well, it
I can
wasn't too
return to the
bad,
blacksmith
I guess.
anytime to earn more gold and gain blacksmithing experience while building my reputation. I've now got just about enough gold for the house. Let's head back down the street and buy it. There are guards stationed in every settlement. They're always there to keep a watchful eye on the villagers and probably two eyes on a hero. If I get caught committing crimes, I'll find myself in trouble with the law, and that will change what people think of me. We're back. Let's buy the house. Now I'm the owner, I can hike up the rent or even make it free if I'm feeling charitable. I can manage my tenants too. I can let them stay and keep collecting the rental income, but I want to move in myself, which gives me the choice to just chuck them out on the street or be nice and give them a bit of gold to leave. And if I chuck them out, that would cause me to be known as heartless. And I'm trying to be nice right now in case I ruin things with Megan.
Heartless. Isn't that what everyone is? I thought that was the normal one.
And now I'm free to move in.
Oh.
Let's look around. Home sweet home. I can buy any house in Albion, and while this one lacks some square footage, There are huge houses, even mansions I can buy throughout the game. Looks like the tenants left some stuff behind. Awful fans, apparently. Wherever I live, I have access to my income chest and wardrobe, so I can collect all my gold and change my appearance whenever I like. That was the last thing on Megan's list. Let's head back to the general store. Fable has a dynamic time of day that changes what people are doing throughout their routine. It's still the afternoon, so hopefully Megan is still working. If I'm too late, she'll be back home in bed.
And there's my new pub with some customers in the beer garden. Now we're back at the general store. Let's find Megan.
Just the person I wanted to see.
Still interested?
I've ticked off all Megan's dating goals, so now my chances of romance are much improved. Let's ask her on a date again.
How about a date?
A date? Oh, I'm chuffed to bits.
I can offer a gift to increase my chances of a date being a good one. As tempting as my new awful is, I'm going to give Megan flowers instead. I think she'll like them more. Here we are on a date at the Silver Trough. Hope I'm getting free drinks. Looks like it went well.
That was quite the date, hero. Loved it.
Hey, you.
Oh, hero. That date was just brill.
Megan found me quite charming. I'd like to make things official, so I'll ask her to be in a relationship with me.
So what do you say? Ready for something more?
And what a lovely couple we'll make.
Whatever comes next, I'm with you.
It's official. That's not the end, though. I could build this relationship a lot more. We could get married, which comes with its own set of goals. We could move into my house and start a family. And I can even hire her for one of my businesses. Things could go the other way too. I could break up with Megan, or divorce her in future. Or I might make choices that make her divorce me. There's lots of ways I could change her life. And she'll remember. But we've seen enough romance for now. Bye, Megan.
I have to go. But you're welcome to watch me leave.
You have a lovely time, sweetheart.
Before we go, I've only really demonstrated what it's like being an upstanding citizen in Silverbrook. Our game is one full of contrast, though.
Modest. Yeah, I like it.
Where I decide the kind of hero I want to be. So let's briefly explore what it's like if I'm not so nice. Hi, Susan.
Nose to the grindstone. Love to see it.
Lovely to see you, boss.
Sorry, Susan. You're fired.
Yeah. You're fired. Sorry.
You're gonna regret that, swine.
She's not happy about that, and she thinks I'm being heartless. But because in Fable morality is subjective and varies from person to person, not everybody will have a problem with that. There might even be someone who fancies me because I'm heartless. Villagers also react to my physical actions. If I start firing arrows around the place, they'll start to perceive me as reckless. I can even take pot shots at the locals if I want. And now I've gone too far, but I'm in the mood for a fight. In Fable, you can express yourself with your own combat style, combining strength, skill, and will in style-weaving combat. You choose the weapons, skills, and abilities you want to use and blend them seamlessly together. putting up a fight, but backup will keep on coming until I leave Silverbrook. Peacefully or not. I think a tactical retreat is probably for the best. Now I have a bounty on my head which will grow with more crime. I can immediately pay it or pay a reduced fine if I spend long enough out of town. My reputations don't disappear with my bounty though. Once I'm known as a killer and a criminal, it'll stick with me until I put in the work to change what people think. Or until I've made an expensive visit to the town crier. Because the people in Albion remember what you do.
Over the past 25 minutes or so, I've bought a pub and a house, been a landlord, and changed a beggar's life. I've customized my look, saved a magic talking pig, fought the law, and I've built a relationship with just one of Albion's 1,000 handcrafted, fully voiced NPCs. And here's the reputation cloud again. I'm rich and charming because of my spending habits and my relationships. I'm also a criminal and a killer due to my reckless behavior and fighting with the guards. Yet, I'm shrewd for saving Colin and an entrepreneur because I bought the Silver Trough. I've built a complex, rich identity in Silverbrook, which the people there will react to through their own moral view. I'm not simply good or evil. I'm so much more than that. There are many more settlements across Albion to explore. My identity is mine to create in each one, and everyone will have their own perspective on what I do as I build an extraordinary life. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more in-depth Fable information as we move closer to our launch.
Maybe it's good, I don't know. I do wonder if it is like a remake of the first game, since it has Jacob Blades in it and basically the guild as well. Or if it's its own thing. And maybe it's just its own thing but inspired from the first game, I guess. What? Cyberpunk 2? Really?
Now, CD Projekt Red isn't talking publicly much about Cyberpunk 2.
Alright, it's a scam video. Leeds Chinese University. Damn. Leftover front. Sounds like me, I guess. Okej, alltså. This shit.
I built a secret room inside of a gas station ice freezer. This is one of the sketchiest yet most fun videos I've ever made. From getting snacks after midnight to monitoring my hidden security cameras, I will show you the full experience of my icy hideout. And my goals are simple. 1, build the best secret room I possibly can, and 2, see if I can sleep in it overnight at a 24-hour gas station.
67 on there. Who's in there? Bro.
Hello. So my plan is to go around to multiple gas stations, heck, maybe just one, and ask if I can purchase their ice freezer. I don't know if that's even possible, but today, folks, we're gonna find out. Which is step 1 of our master plan. I only have 3 steps, by the way. Here are the other 2. All right, guys, this one's pretty big. I hope they allow me to buy it. The freezer that you guys have on the outside, is there any way I can buy that if I give you a lot for it?
No, sorry.
But maybe Racetrack would let me.
The entire unit? Yes. But I have no hand in that whatsoever.
Understandable, have a great day. But maybe Quick Trip will let me buy theirs.
I wouldn't know anything about this, to be honest. Okay.
Yeah, I tried like 5 more gas stations. They also looked at me like I was crazy, but I had a good feeling about this next one. Is there any way I can buy it off you guys if I pay you a lot? Or no? No? Even if I give you double the price?
It doesn't matter.
Ah, okay. I don't know where I'm gonna get this thing. The internet! Well, this is massive. Step 1 of the master plan is complete. Now it's time to build the secret room and even equip it with hidden security cameras. Oh, yeah, she's looking pretty, folks. Now I'm gonna check if I can lay down in it. Well, first of all, let's just get a look at the inside of this thing. It smells rather chemically in here. I wonder if it's not good to stay inside. I definitely had to let it air out. And before building anything, I wanted to see if I can lay down inside of it just to get an idea of the space that we had. Moment of truth, let's see if I can lay down. I could have sworn this said 6 feet. I can do it, guys, let's go! Only thing is, my legs can't fully extend.
It's gonna suck.
Height, I would be able to fully lay down, but that's okay, guys. I still think we can make this sick. Also, we need to build an emergency exit because once I lock the, imagine if I was locked into it. Okay, jokes aside, guys, do not go into a freezer if you happen to have one. I am a trained professional, and I'm also a professional YouTuber, which is why I had to get a cringe thumbnail picture before proceeding any further. Guys, please subscribe. I'm trying to pass all these channels in subscribers. Now that that's taken care of, it's time to cut out a secret emergency exit because, jokes aside, I do want a way of escape in case someone tries to trap me in here. And I'll cut the secret exit out of the side of the freezer just big enough for me to crawl through and make my escape.
All right, here goes nothing. I don't know whether to expect sparks. This thing also did have stickers on it that said might explode if you drill into this machine, so I hope that doesn't happen. All right, be right back. I'm gonna put some jeans on. Getting sparks on my leg.
Yeah, this is my first time cutting metal, and pro tip, kids, you're gonna wanna wear clothes that covers your entire body.
No shit, bro.
Dude, I don't know if this is gonna explode.
Another pro tip for you kids. Anytime there's smoke filled with hazardous chemicals, you're gonna wanna make sure you wear a mask. After checking the inside of the freezer, I realized the blade wasn't going deep enough to cut all the way through, so I had to pull out the big guns. With the emergency exit cut out, I grabbed some white Gorilla Tape to tape the metal part back on in hopes of disguising it. And you might be thinking, Michael, with a brand new freezer that still sticks out like a sore thumb. But guys, I assure you the next step will help with that.
All right, before absolutely decking out the inside of this thing to make it a true secret room that would make even Ben Azelert blush, we need to beat it up a bit, like the exterior, because right now this thing is looking sparkly clean, with exception of the ratchet looking E over there that's just taped. But yeah, I think we should start beating it up. I do not like the way this sounds. What about a hole-in-one? At this point, some people might be skeptical why there's just so many dents.
Which is why it's time to dirty up the ice freezer now to really give it that look like it's been around the block a few times.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, I might have gotten a little carried away with this, but it was effective at making it not look brand new. For the final touches to the outside of it, I added tape in random spots to make our secret exit less noticeable.
One could argue the graffiti was a bit much and actually makes this stick out more, but hey, I already did it, so we're rolling with it.
And now we have the pleasure of working on the inside part of the secret room.
This inside is gonna be super cool. Get it? Cool. Freezer. All right, let's go to some stores.
We're starting with Best Buy because having good tech is going to be crucial if I want to spend the entire night at the gas station. For example, security cameras, TV and gaming, and good lighting are all items on my shopping list.
All right, guys, we need video monitoring and security, which we're in the right spot because it literally says video monitoring and security right there. And I think I'm going to go with Ring just because that seems to be the most popular. The outdoor cam with low light sight, 2K video recording. The key is I'm just going to have to make this not too obvious, like on the actual freezer.
Yeah, I still had to figure out how I was going to disguise it, but the good news is I found the right security cameras and I picked up a lot of cool light fixtures for our room to give it that cozy ambiance. And I found the perfect size smart TV coming in at 24 inches for all our entertainment needs.
We might have gotten good tech, but we got to make it look homey.
Which is why I'm at Target and I immediately got a pillow, a microfiber quilt, and this foldable laptop desk that will fit nicely in our space.
I'm pretty sure gas stations have instant ramen that I can go inside and buy, and I guess I'll make them inside my freezer.
I think I might be the first person in history to say that string of words. Anyway, I was leaving Target when I remembered one last thing.
What can I say, folks? I love Joyride and I love Ryan. All right, there, I said it.
Hobby Lobby. This is the last store we'll go to, and it's my favorite.
Caution! Under further review, I'm gonna need more snacks. I love that.
I also picked up this light up man cave sign, if you know you know, a cool Spider-Man picture, and a Goku picture. And just as I was leaving, I found my favorite thing yet.
This is one of my favorite Bible verses. This is gonna look nice in the ice freezer.
And just like that, we're home with all the goods, but before putting them inside the freezer, I have to cut out a custom bed that will fit just right. So I got the measurements and I cut it out of a memory foam mattress topper.
Guys, check it out. It's a perfect fit.
And before putting up all the electronics, I made sure to charge my portable battery, which I used in the video where I built a tiny home in my van. Turning those lights on was more work than one would think. Let's see how hard it is to mount a TV in this bad boy. All right, let's see if this fits. Like a glove.
Nice.
Tilts down, baby. In that moment, I was full of joy because I was a man lying down on a mattress inside of an ice freezer, looking up at his TV, which was tilted down towards him. It's time for more decorating. Gotta get a picture with my wife in there. That's when we were in college. Fun fact, that's why my hair looks like that. Should I bring it back? Comment down below. I just love this next decoration. I was having an absolute blast decking out my secret room, and my confidence to sleep in it at a gas station was growing. Putting in all the decorations made me realize it's kind of stuffy in there, which makes sense since it's a freezer. So I decided to install an air vent before installing the secret security cameras. Also, I know it's not necessarily the most subtle, but I prefer to be able to breathe. Time to install the hidden security cameras, where even if someone was crawling around like this, I would see them. Now the problem is, I really don't know where to put these without them standing out. Let me just pace for a second and think. I got it! To hide the cameras, I decided to cut out little rectangles on the exterior sides of the freezer. And I made sure not to go deep enough to cut the inside part of the metal wall, but instead, I carved out the foam in order to create the perfect sized nook for the cameras to be placed in. Then I taped over them with black duct tape in order to disguise them and make it look like it was just more patchwork on this old freezer. Just looking at this, you would not notice there's a camera in there unless you were really looking, which I don't think anyone will be. I made sure to install one on each side and one in the front, but I didn't need to worry about the back because that was going to be facing a wall. Oh, and I put more black duct tape in random spots to make it blend in more and look less suspicious. Alas, it's time for the final step in our master plan, aka stay overnight at a gas station, and I called upon some help to load it into my truck. What's up, bro? Did you guys know that you were being secretly recorded when you guys walked past the sides of this?
I did. You told me beforehand.
Solid work, boys! Now that she was loaded up, I just had to wait until nighttime to begin our icy stealth camping adventure. We're about to go to the gas station. Just as I was about to leave, Cedric confronted me, wondering why he wasn't invited. Cedric is sad he can't come with me on this stealth camping journey. If you watched my secret tiny home in the van video, you'll know that my boy Cedric joined me, but I feel like for this one, it's just too cramped. You wouldn't really like it that much. I'm actually thinking of you, okay?
Whatever. Have fun without me.
Buddy, I love you and I always enjoy my time with you. It just doesn't make sense, but I don't want to hear it, buddy. I played with you a lot today. It's true, I played with him more than usual because I felt bad he wasn't coming with, but I did let him know he was with me in spirit. And with me in cut-off magnetic head version. Anyway, we better get going. Sorry for that side tangent. At the gas station. My boy Gavin's here to help me unload this, and then he's leaving. What are the odds we get away with this?
I'd say about 50-50 right now. I'm not feeling too great.
I'm actually super nervous. I was nervous for a multitude of reasons, but mostly because I had no idea how this was gonna go. Why'd you just drop it like that?
Dude, I can't let it go.
Gavin. Oh, we're good. With the freezer set, here's our goals for this evening. 1, sleep overnight. 2, get food. And 3, have fun, which is basically my daily routine.
I'm sorry, but this is sick.
My portable Wi-Fi is even working. Check it out.
Oh, it's gross.
No way. It's working. More importantly, let's see if the Ring cameras are working. No way. It's working. Bruh. That's right, all the security cameras were working, and I even noticed an employee walk by looking awfully suspicious of the new ice freezer.
Guys, this is what I'm seeing.
Check it out, there's my vent right there. I can breathe.
First thing I realized, it is kind of steamy in here, even with that fan.
I think a proper way to start out our night in this freezer is by watching a YouTube video, but before I click on one, I had to go inside the gas station to get some snacks.
I'm a little hungry, so I'm gonna get some ramen noodles. I hope they have them. Also, I don't know for sure if they've seen me, but let's just go in.
Now it was late, so there was hardly anyone in there, but the last thing I wanted to do was look suspicious, so I wanted to get my snacks and get out.
Potentially not the healthiest dinner option, but I mean, how often do you camp at a gas station?
I checked out with no problem. Now let's go make our ramen.
Oh my god.
Here's what I looked like just now from my hidden camera.
Alright guys, we are preparing some instant ramen. I got my camera still going in case someone tries to run up on me. These are low-key good, I haven't had them in a while. I'm currently waiting for my noodles. I gotta watch the security footage too.
I am sorry for that chewing. It even annoyed me as I was editing this. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of cool and creepy at the same time that I can just watch my surroundings from inside this thing.
Oh yeah.
Just as I was about to enjoy my food while watching a YouTube video, I heard someone yell from outside, which prompted me to cast my cameras to the TV.
Guys, I'm not even joking. Somebody. Oh, they're walking in. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is that guy doing? Okay, oh, no. What?
Oh, there's a 67 on there.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing? I'm stealth camping.
You're crazy, son.
What up?
I heard you might be here.
You scared the crap out of me.
You scared the crap out of me. I didn't know what you was gonna be doing or this or that, but when I said there's no plug to the back of that thing. If there was a 67 on it.
Did you know it? Did you?
I didn't know it. But then when you hit it.
Okay, for context, this is actually my dad, who admittedly is a little crazy, and I told him I was doing this, but I was surprised he showed up. And yes, once he got close, I realized it was him, but I was playing along for the memes. However, this guy who happens to also be hanging around looked like he just saw a ghost when he saw this whole situation.
I'm stealth camping. There's a YouTube video.
YouTube channel. So sorry.
Yeah, that was my dad. He's actually in town visiting right now, and I told him I was doing this. I didn't know for sure if he was gonna stop by, but he stopped by all right. But on a serious note, there are workers unloading stuff. I think they're like restocking the gas station foods and stuff.
Turns out it wasn't the restock team, it was the power cleaning crew, and let's just say we'll see more of them later. But in the meantime, I have some gaming to do.
Let's turn out these top lights and make it cozy in here, shall we? I feel like I hear them really close. Okay. As long as they don't come up to it like my dad did. And even if they did, hey, maybe we'll meet a new friend.
It was nice to have a relaxing gaming session in my ice freezer.
I absolutely need to get a Vic Royale, by the way.
Okay, that was just a normal guy walking into the gas station, but in other news, after losing my 7th game in a row on Fortnite, I decided to go get more snacks, but folks, I made a critical error of not checking my security cameras first.
Huh?
Want to check it out? Oh, pretty cool, right?
Definitely interesting.
I know, right?
All right, well,
Well, just, you know, we are going to be pressure washing here. Oh, yeah, no.
In case you missed that, he said they're going to be pressure washing soon, and my cover was completely blown.
I have a conversation for when I get home. Yeah.
They're going to be pressure washing right around this freezer, and maybe I'll ask them to actually clean it. No, that'd be messed up. Let's watch Rocky.
Rocky is one of my favorite movies. I'm watching the fourth one where he faces the Russian, and I was getting into it. But upon further review, I'm going to need more snacks. So I headed into the gas station yet again. At this point, I was the only customer in here, and it was quite suspicious considering I was in here a couple hours ago.
I haven't done this since I was a kid, but pro tip, you gotta take advantage of that real estate. This can't be good for me.
Underrated snack right here. Gardettos. Not sponsored, but I like them.
You know what the heck? A gas station classic, Slim Jim. Oh, this is a double, wow. My heart's gonna hurt. It's still here.
Well, that was awkward, but don't mind me, I'm going back to my secret room to enjoy movie night. As Rocky fought against his most formidable opponent yet, I too battled a fierce opponent whose name was sleepiness. In case you're wondering, I left at around 3 a.m. and came back at 6:30, and I have no idea who moved the freezer to this new position, but I'm just happy it was still there. YouTube thinks you might like the video being recommended on screen right now, but the only way to find out is by clicking it. Oh, and if you want to know a bit more about me personally, follow me on Instagram. Till next time, Lord willing, grace, love, peace, and mercy.
Said he moved it. Alright.
This is me, sitting in an engineering lecture hall at one of China's 985 universities. They're essentially the Ivy League equivalent of a university, and I'm slowly beginning to understand why.
In Spanish, and the other half, just take notes in Chinese.
The atmosphere is tense. While there's an absence of stink being masked by Axe body spray, I could still smell the unease in the air. And that's because it's close to final exam season for these students, and they're fighting tooth and nail to come out on top at this prestigious institution. Well, sort of. But before we get to the part where I humiliate myself and almost get kicked out of a lecture hall, we have to go back, because this isn't about me. It's about something much, much bigger. There's a percentage listed on this piece of paper, and you might have already figured out what it represents. It's the average undergrad acceptance rate into the top echelon of universities in the nation, collectively known as the 985 Project. And its namesake comes from the date on which the project was officially announced, May 5th, 1998.
他说，我们的大学应该成为科教兴国的强大生力军。为了实现现代化，我国要有若干所具有世界先进水平的一流大学。
And the idea behind the 985 project was to establish a sort of two-pronged initiative, one of gargantuan magnitude that would help modernize higher education in China, while also feeding into the infrastructure to build world-class universities domestically. But back to this arbitrary percentage. It doesn't really tell the full story. On the other hand, this represents the number of students that took the Chinese university entrance exam, commonly known as the Gaokao, back in 2025. There are more students taking this exam annually than there are people living in the state of Pennsylvania. To punch your ticket into a top 985 university, as a domestic student, you'd have to compete within that pool of 13 million people. and clock in an astronomically excellent score on one of the hardest exams to ever exist.
I am.
So
Alright.
naturally, I began asking myself, what's it actually like to study at one of these elite institutions? Well, today we're going undercover to find out. But to make sure things run smoothly, we're going to need some help.
A building. We just got here.
That's where my friend Ian comes into the picture.
It's me. Hi, I'm Ian.
He's an international student from Panama and our golden ticket into a 10 a.m. engineering class.
So how cooked do you think you would be if you were to take the Gaokao?
The hero never should because. Oh my god.
Remember what I said earlier about those ludicrously low 985 acceptance rates? Well, they don't apply to Ian or to any other prospective international student for that matter, because international applicants aren't gated by a Gaokao score.
之前很少见到外国人，现在能每天都看到一些外国人，很新奇。
I think I'll be fully cooked. 50-60% of the test.
What's the max? 750? And to get into this uni and an engineering major, you usually have to get over like 650 plus.
Of course, that's not to discredit Ian and the effort that he's taken to get here.
So, in this part of the campus, there's actually four main buildings. A building, this is the B building. You can say this is the most packed of all buildings. It has 5 floors, 2 elevators. It didn't work as they should, but I mean, you guys gonna take a look.
So, after meeting up with Ian on campus, we still had a few minutes to spare before class.
You wanna take a look at the cafeteria?
Yeah, let's take a quick look.
As someone that grew up in the West, I've always been profoundly curious about the education system here in China. And one major talking point about higher education in particular is that nobody here is afflicted by student debt.
This is the student debt crisis.
Student debt crisis? Total student debt in America is at $1.8 trillion.
This is where the effects of the 985 project really shine through. Tuition is extremely affordable due to government subsidies.
我们一个学期学费就是几千块钱，那就是普通家庭也能够胜任，所以就是贷款的也相对较少。
And on-campus amenities like this convenience store are also a byproduct of this initiative.
This is like a cafeteria / convenience store, right? Yes. Oh, okay. So you got the cafeteria over here. Whoa.
Not to mention, they stock appropriately priced food items, which means you see more of this and less of this.
Holy schmoly, $20.71. Before taxes.
Okay, one more floor. Do you usually take the elevator?
I don't like it.
Okay.
It's too slow. As I tell you, if you press the button and you're like in the first floor, it should take around 6 minutes.
Okay.
To get there. You good?
Yeah, we're good, we're good. I'm huffing and puffing after that 5. That staircase set.
And after trekking up several flights of stairs, we finally made it.
So this is really your assistance.
Students are required to swipe their card on this machine as proof that they've shown up to class.
Oh shit.
Honestly, we don't have a
Need to show up to class? What the fuck?
Be low-key about it.
And getting caught without a student card would prove to be problematic, as I would soon find out. But more on that later. Upon entering the lecture hall, I began to feel my nerves run wild. You have to understand, I was never an exemplary or hardworking student.
Your fundamentals are not like as strong as most of the Chinese people here. Then you have to double in the work to adapt.
So claiming an undeserved seat here in a hall full of borderline geniuses seemed like hearsay.
The certificate that they gave her is for like amazing grades.
I braced myself for the cold stares, the arrogance, the sharp-elbowed competition, you know, stuff you'd expect from a meritocratic system this intense.
In the span of like a year, you're taking Calc 1, Calc 2 like immediately, and then also Calc 3. Class speed was like something that I've never experienced before.
But instead, I found a room full of people who were surprisingly laid back and friendly even. But if these students were so laid back in the face of adversity, then maybe even I, as a complete outsider, could stand a chance in the system. Something in me wanted to find out. And so I brazenly threw myself at a boss well beyond my skill level.
All right. Oh my god.
Oh, wait, shit. I think he wanted me to come over.
Yep, that's me. Great job staying undercover, you big doofus. It's not as bad as it looks though, and thankfully the professor was a pretty good sport about the whole thing.
Okay, just got out of class.
So as the morning block wrapped up, I watched this massive wave of students on e-bikes moving slowly toward their next destination. I've never seen a traffic jam quite like this, and while the scene captures a uniquely chaotic part of Chinese university life, it also reflects a deeper paradigm shift that's currently unfolding.
I've actually just made my way downstairs because I want to get a feel for what's like on the ground. The bird's eye view is nice, but I feel like being on the ground will give me some much needed insight. I just scanned this bike. You can find them all over campus. But it seems like we've lost Ian and our cameraman in the chaos. In 2026, China is expected to produce just around 13.7 million fresh graduates. That's a lot of people. And 20 years ago, that number was sitting at just 3.8 million. And this traffic jam sort of symbolizes this invisible bottleneck that these fresh graduates are facing. And the students here aren't an exception. In a job economy that's becoming more saturated with degree holders, graduating from a 985 university is still a big deal, but it might not be the panacea or the miracle cure that this generation is looking for.
My consolation prize for getting humbled in the lecture hall would lead me to the next location where we might be able to find some more relevant insight.
I'm currently standing outside a Chinese student dormitory where we'll be getting unfettered access to one of the students' rooms, and it's going to be really interesting to see what's going on behind the scenes over here.
If you have so much people coming for education in one area, in some dorms, in universities, they pack 4 students per dorm. Sometimes they pack 6.
我一般不待在寝室，对，除非是说学习。
They don't have dorms in Sweden. It's kind of crazy they don't have them here.
当时有疫情嘛，然后可能高3的时候也没怎么认真学，玩那个学习。
You're expected to be rich and be able to afford
当时都在家里学。
your own housing situation.
上大学一开始也想这么做，上课听，后来发现听不懂，然后干脆就放弃上课听，或者说没那么重视，上课简单听一下，主要放在自学上。高中的时候会想做到方方面面都做到很好，但到了大学的话，有时候会放弃掉一些部分。现在人比较多嘛，人变质比较严重。
It's kind of crazy that like both China and America is built for non-overclass people, so they have dorms.
学的东西还不够多吧？感觉 就业压力会比较大，而且
People, I don't know.
薪资也比较低，
Man.
就读研。
I was expecting to promptly head on my way after documenting the student dorm, but I ended up sitting down with this junior year student and we just talked, contextualizing the life of an elite student and also the paradigm shift from earlier through interactions like this makes the process feel so much more special.
我感觉你们在上课的时候在听什么，就是也听不懂呀。其实我上课也听不懂。
I wanted to talk to more students about what actually happens after graduation, so I snuck into this English class hoping to start a dialogue. But I made a grave miscalculation. The small class size made my sudden appearance look incredibly suspect. I needed to establish rapport, and fast.
你好，请问一下，你们这门课是英语吗？Okay, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Robert. What's your name? 语言。你觉得你们的英语水平怎么样？一般。你们是英语专业的吗？对。你大几了
？For a moment, it was actually going great. The class was about to start, but I wanted to take it a step further, blend in as a regular student, and stay completely under the professor's radar.
That is officially the bell.
OK， 所以可能你下次还是要征得。
不好意思啊，我就是经过你们的这个教室，然后听到这个你们在用英语在对，所以是比较感兴趣。
OK， 我觉得先要跟教务沟通，好不好？这样。对，然后再下次再过来。
好，行。
谢谢。
好。好，谢谢打扰你们了。
Unfortunately, I failed the perception check. Which brings us here.
Welcome to the world of student-driven education.
图书馆挺安静的，就是大家都在学习。就是我们图书馆它没有一个可以说话的地方，觉得这个比较欠缺。
I'm actually breaking an unspoken rule right now by speaking within this domain. These floors in the library act as a study hall where students congregate to self-study and cram for exams.
你真的要就是掌握这门学科的知识，就必须得去自己去学，必须全部靠自己，不要依靠老师，不可能的。
The chairs and tables here have this blocky wooden texture to them that's both familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. There are no barriers in this section, no fancy seating arrangements, no casual conversations going on in the background. Looking up, even just for a second, reveals the students that are working harder and more efficiently than you. It's an environment that's engineered to elicit urgency.
Because they need some driving force to push them forward. And everybody are supposed to do the same things and the same goals. It's because of this kind of settings. So we are very locked in a system.
In a system that's supremely results-oriented, studying and scoring in the top percentile on a critical exam like the Gaokao is the name of the game. It's how these elite students got here in the first place, and it's how they'll get to their next destination as well.
我打算考公。
考公。我觉得先考研嘛。
我自己其实是蛮想尝试考公的。我打算考公不考研。
算是小镇做题家。大学之前，我觉得人生就是要不断的去拼搏，去考在前面，学在前面。但上了大学之后，我觉得人生其实有很多种选择的，不光是要考好，去学好。
Paradigm shift or not, I noticed a surging wave of optimism in the air as students in blue and black gowns filled the entrance to the library. These are the soon-to-be 985 graduates of 2026, and I wanted to get their take on a particular decision that graduates where I'm from tend to gravitate toward.
国内 gap year 的话，感觉在简历上留了黑点吧。
我觉得大部分的家庭，如果不是有足够的就是经济实力的话，都是不太会去支持的。
如果你有 gap 的话，就竞争力上就不如别人嘛。大家都差不多，都那么好，为什么就会要你一个愿意休息呢 ？gap 1年的话，可能就不太好继续找比较好的工作了。
因为父母的话，他们都是比较焦急的，总是带有一些就是任务式的一些思想，就是觉得孩子上学，然后马上就要去就业，就业之后去结婚生子。我觉得这些都是一连串的，就都是一些中国式家长的一些思维。
所以读研的话，也算是一个对我来说是一个科研的 gap year。
But what they said afterwards surprised me.
跟你父母说你要 gap 1年，他们会有什么样的反
应？我觉得他们还是会支持我的。
我父母对我期望就让我开心快乐就行了，就是不要有太大压力，然后过得开心就行了。
无所谓，人生其实什么时候都是开始，人生的容错真的是很大的。如果能使自己找到一个更好的方向 ，gap 1年其实未尝不可。
There's actually a very definitive roadmap for these elite graduates, and it doesn't involve taking a gap year. Remember when I was talking to the professor from the first lecture?
对，考研吗？考研的内容。
That's Ian in the background asking his classmates if they plan on taking the post-grad exams. We heard the same rhetoric from our new friend in the student dorms as well. There's also the civil service exam, which is widely considered to be a pragmatic choice for those not in STEM. Suddenly, that scene from the library starts to carry a lot more weight when you realize that the exam that these students are studying for could very well determine their future once more. These exams are largely accessible across the nation, even for students from lower-tier universities. But that's where these graduates can noticeably leverage their coveted 985 stamp to gain a competitive edge.
班上的同学可能一半的话都是在国内的985和 C9的学校读研读博，然后还有一部分就是去到很多大厂，像宁德时代啊、腾讯啊。
我选择的是去考选调生，然后去基层。
选调是只有像比较优秀的985的学生才可以进行的，面向全体的就是正常的考公务员，就是竞争会比较大，可能一个比较热门的岗业可能就是1比70这样的一个招收比例。
如果不考公直接去就业的话，也没有多少适配的岗位。其实，
就业环境压力比较大吧，因为大家都比较卷。
就业情况也不是很好，所以公务员这个的话就是能够更稳定一些。能考公的话，离家里面也比较近。
据我所知，大部分还是会去考研，就是选择考公的可能更偏向于是一些女生。但是大部分人考公务员可能会往家考，因为离家近一点的话，也不想着说，要挣多少钱这个样子，主要就是图一个生活安稳。
我比较喜欢我家乡那边嘛，然后我是甘肃的，我就发现甘肃的发展不错，然后我就想尽自己的一点点能力吧，然后以后去发展一下家乡。
大家对未来方向的选择吧，所以导致有这种差异。但是我觉得每个方向都有光明的未来吧。
I had spent a day in the system with these elite students, documenting a reality that once seemed very far removed from my own. Everyone here is fighting to become masters of their own destiny in an age where nothing is guaranteed. Yet, they persist. But now comes the moment of reckoning where I come face to face with the uncomfortable truth about this whole thing. I think I've failed to illustrate just how big this university really is. And I'm going to take a second to regain my bearings here. There are currently no students in the hallways or in the classrooms. So it is much quieter. There's a very stark contrast to the classes from this morning.
I'm gonna call my mom real quick. She's been blowing up my phone the entire day, but yeah, just wait for me for a second and I'm gonna take this call. Hello? Mom?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Robert.
Yeah, I noticed that you called me a bunch of times today. I was shooting a video, so I didn't have time to pick up.
Because I really called you quite a few times, but you didn't answer me. So I'm worrying about you. You just said you were doing something else, right? Like short videos.
Yeah, Mom. I'm shooting a long form video. It's not a short form video. And
Okay.
I don't know, I've just been interviewing students and I was at the library earlier. I sat around in some classes and yeah, I have to go back and edit the footage. I'm not sure how it'll pan out, but I know you've been
Consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one.
Okay, let's. There are new games available. What's this? No. Bistro. It's a furry game. Oh, Jesus, bro. This is furry. Oh, man. It's a furry cooking game. It's literally a furry cooking game. Oh, this is Christ. What's this? This is like a frog co-op extraction puzzle platform. Puzzles can die. I hate them. What's this? This might look promising, actually. Starseeker. Astroneer expeditions. Oh. No. My installation. Of Diablo. Så Diablo got updated. It's Pride. Wow. I wonder if Lilith is gay. Probably not, right? Oh yeah, how's this game going? Withering. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. Oh shit. The free trial. It's gone. So I lost all the progress. Fuck. Alright. Oh. It's kind of crazy that new Halo game is coming out. It's a remake. So never mind. Fucking remakes. It's something I hate, is fucking remakes. Because it doesn't do anything. Doesn't give me a new game to play. Markiplier? Oh shit. Markiplier. Gate guard. Strangle fig tree. $20,000. Damn, 200k Swedish. It's usually it's like the same price in Sweden for a countryside though. 200k minimum.
The other day, I was hiking here in the mountains of Costa Rica, and looking across the valley, I could see an absolutely massive tree sticking above the rest of the forest. A tree that I figured must be a giant strangler fig. When I got back home, I scanned some satellite imagery and found what looked like the tree that I had seen. Using my drone a few days later, I was able to fly over the forest and get up and close to the tree itself. Surely enough, this was a true giant, with one of the most incredible canopies of interwoven branches I've ever seen. After getting permission from the landowner, I knew that I had to go check this tree out and bring my climbing and camping gear along with me.
All right, here we are.
Look at that.
So my plan tonight is to climb this giant strangler fig tree completely on my own. And then once I get up there, I'm going to haul the rest of my stuff up there. This is my camping gear and my camera gear. And I'll be hauling that up into the canopy, setting up a beautiful triangular tree tent, and hopefully enjoying a wind-free night up in the top of the canopy. But to start out, because I've actually never climbed this tree, I've actually got to scout out a route that I think is going to work. Which actually looks a little bit blank. Like there's not that many handholds.
On Twitch and your Kick get their fucking shit together and ban these motherfuckers.
Kind of dubious
Lie.
climbing challenge here.
Have to deal with it. I don't get
this
why.
Side, how about this side? This side looks steep and quite hard. I am not sure that I want to rope solo that. Yeah, this right here might be the best option. Follow that vine system all the way up. Maybe that's just my move to climb up that vine. I'm gonna start undoing my gear. So for rope soloing, I need to make a ground anchor, something that can fix my rope to the ground. I think this pillar looks, yeah, that looks about perfect. I'll go ahead and tie that off. Boom. Tie a figure 8 on a bite, and then fix that to my anchor. There we go. So the rope solo setup that I'm going to use is going to involve an upside down gree-gree. So the gree-gree is facing this ground anchor right here. Now that'll feed out pretty smooth. So there we got the rope all coiled up. One end to my bags, one end down here at the anchor. I'm a little nervous because I've actually never been up this tree. Okay. Well, why don't we go for it? Just gonna triple back up that anchor. That'll keep my anchor upright. Cool. Let's just start climbing. Let's see how this is. Just take it super slow. One step at a time. I'm a little nervous about this, actually. I'm not exactly sure about this vine. Huh. It looks like it's kind of connected to the tree up there in a way that I might not be able to get any gear in. So, I might bail on this one. And it doesn't feel like the most sturdy vine anyways that I want to trust. Maybe we do a backup route of around the corner where it might not look a little easier. Alrighty, so I'm thinking maybe I like the look of this side just a little bit more. Let's build an anchor here. Let's feed myself a bunch of slack just to start out with. Okay, how about some climbing, huh? Any snakes in here? Hopefully not. Okay, foothold right there. Got a little handhold. Get up on top of this thing. Okay, why don't we get a piece of gear in here? Gonna keep climbing. Let's see what we got around the corner now. We're gonna be able to protect this. Uncertain, eh? All right, why don't we get the right hand in there. A hand jam. There we go.
There could be snakes and stuff in those crevices, man.
Okay, so where is my next piece of gear? That is the real question. Slash handhold. I am definitely getting a little run out here. That's kind of crumbly. Maybe those handlebars right there will have something for me. Okay, this feels pretty solid. But I'm definitely into some no fall zones right now. Well, that's a really good handhold.
Barefoot? Oh yeah, I would never.
Okay.
This guy though.
And we're definitely running it out, but okay, we're clipped. Nice hand jam. And let's get like a bomber piece of gear right here.
Lovely. Okay. Okay. Every time I do a new tree, I'm always scared of little critters, you know. I don't really know what animals own this tree, so I like to keep talking, let them know I'm coming. Oh, this is a cool little zone to hang out in. We have definitely made some good progress. I mean, that's pretty much the top, but it definitely looks like I've got some somewhat tricky climbing before I get there. There we go. Beautiful. I'm kind of wondering, like, do I just climb up that? That looks a little hard, actually. What does it look like on this side? Completely blank. So this might be the only way. Let's see. Oh, okay. No, it's better. It's good. We've got kind of this half vine that I can pinch there. I should be able to grab that hoop eventually. High foot, kind of pinchy. Lovely. There we go. I'm just gonna put my arm through while I give myself some more slack. Nice. Lovely. I think that's it. Something just cracked underneath my foot. Ooh, this whole thing is kind of just a little bit rotten. Wow. Wow. Look at that view over there. You can see all the way to the San Luis waterfall. That is crazy. Let's go. Woo! Woo! You can see my stuff all the way down there through the leaves of the tree. Oh man, and look at this canopy, huh? Wow. Look at this nook. This is insane, this canopy. Oh my god, all of these branches going in every which direction. Wow. I'm gonna set up an anchor. All right, there's the end of the rope. Whoop. Bada bing, bada boom, double check, locked. So now let's head on down and go get my stuff. All right, ooh, a little scary. Ah. Oh. Oh yeah. Sweet, back down on the ground, there's my stuff. Alrighty, there we go. Here we have the rope going up to the canopy. On this one clean side, this nice open space will make for great hauling up. Got all my bags, and now I'm just gonna go back up on this side and climb again on top rope. So here we've got the rope fixed up. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use this micro traction to climb back up the rope, and it's got these little teeth here so that it can move up the rope but not down. All right, for the sake of not boring you guys, I'm not gonna record my entire top rope climb. So let's just start the next clip when I'm back up in the top. All right,
So now we have a line going down to my stuff. There we go. All right. Bags are starting to come up. Let's just keep hauling away. All right. Very nice, clean haul. Very few problems. That was really nice. All right, so there we got my stuff now in the canopy, which means it's time to start looking for a spot that I want to set up the tent, which really very much involves an open area, maybe like that right there, with 3 triangle points that I can anchor the tent to. Very strong anchor points, ideally. Yeah, what about this as one point, that as another point, and maybe this as the 3rd point. I'm just hoping that it's big enough. I think it is. Love it freaky to go out on a branch like this. So there we go, 1 anchor point done.
That's crazy, man. It's that stuff like that exists.
There we go. Back at it, huh? Cozy.
Yeah.
All right, sun is getting low. Got the tent all set up. Got about 30-40 minutes of daylight left. Life is perfect. Before I lose too much of my light, I want to see if I can do a little canopy mission, poke my head out of the trees. Oh, that's pretty cool. Whoop. Branch. Let's be mighty careful, eh? Oof. There we go.
Ooh.
That's a good view, huh?
Damn.
Woo. Yep, let's retreat back to the safety now that wind is coming through. All right, well, I'm pretty satisfied with my explorations around the canopy, so I say it's time to get in the tent, start getting cozy. Alrighty. Sun's probably gonna go down in 15 minutes, so I'm gonna enjoy the last bit of light, maybe fly my drone around a little bit, get a few shots. Getting kind of psyched. This is so fun. Here we can see all the way down to the ground down there. I would say that's a good 70 feet. It's gotta be. In here we got the setup. We got the sleeping bag. I'm not yet in it. Soon to be. Over here we got kind of a storage corner. As long as I kind of keep those sides zipped, should be pretty good. And here, I've got my food. So for dinner, we have some pre-made quesadillas. As usual, to make it fancy, we have an avocado. So the avocados here in Costa Rica are just incredible. So, boom. There's the seed. I'm just gonna drop it. Far drop. Oh yeah. Oh.
Why is everyone using that fucking sound?
I gotta say, this is an incredible feeling. To be honest, for the past like 3-4 months, I've been working so hard, non-stop kind of brand projects, brand deliverables, deadlines. And like a week ago, I like finished them all. All the projects are done. So I'm obviously out making a video, but this is just pure joy. No sponsor, no brands on it. I just love to come out here because this is really where it all started, you know? Just adventuring in the trees like 7-8 years ago. That's where my climbing journey started. And so coming back, having this elevated experience, eating quesadillas 70-80 feet up in the canopy of a beautiful tree. It just doesn't get better than that. All right, that's it. Also, I want to find my socks actually, because having socks up here is a big luxury. Very nice. 6:04 p.m. Nice. Got the sun setting over there. Beautiful.
I can't imagine that being warm at all.
Yep, that's about the last little bit of light that I'm gonna get for 12 hours. Let's hope it doesn't rain. Let's hope it doesn't get super windy. Let's hope I don't roll out of bed. No, just kidding. Wearing my harness still with my gree attached, so that's going up to the anchor point up over there. So if this thing were to collapse in the middle of the night, I would have a backup. Another commonly asked question for camping up here is like, how do you go pee-pee and poo-poo? Pee-pee, you know, I just hang off the edge, sit on a branch maybe, let it fly. And poo-poo, I just don't. I am not up here for like more than a day, so I just make sure that when I come up here, I'm all cleaned out, and you know, if I really have to go, I'm just gonna rappel down the line and deal with it on the ground, because why do that when I don't have to? Oh yeah, here's a little look at the setup. Woo, and the abyss. There's another branch.
It's back in Jeju.
It's maybe 8:30. Been dark for like 2 hours. Watching some movies. Just enjoying the position. My best night of sleep I've ever had in the trees, so I'm feeling very relaxed, very sleepy. I'm very glad I got to do that. Starting to see the sun come up over there. All right, well, I think it's about time for me to start packing up. So let's start throwing the sleeping bag in. I honestly couldn't be happier. That was pretty sweet. Alrighty, just because I can see the ground from where I'm at, and I'm just gonna throw down a sleeping bag. Let's throw the sleeping bag down there. Ready? 3, 2, 1, dropping. Woo! Oh yeah, look at that glorious sun. Alrighty, I think it's time to start taking the tent down, so let's get on it.
Hello.
There we got the bags right there, so let's start lowering them down. Alright, so now I'm running the rope up and over this branch. That'll be my rappel line. Alright, down we go. Woo. Beautiful.
Game though. Well, everything.
Alrighty, well, I think I'm gonna end the video there, continue packing up my stuff. You know, if you've made it this far into the video and you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Those things are free and they actually really help me out, boost these videos to more people. And if you want to keep watching the channel, well, be sure to click here and you can watch a video that YouTube recommends next. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you in the next video.
Wow, that's cool, right? Someone built a shelter in a tree. It's pretty cool. Oh. Is that a real man? That's pretty cool. Dead Life Coastline. Do you have a real company behind the project? Because I'm looking for an internship right now, and I need a project that has a legal entity behind them. Because that's the only way for me to get an internship approved. So yeah, that's my first question.
There are villages on Earth that are isolated not because of distance, but because the terrain itself makes them almost impossible to reach. Placed on sandstone pillars so high that raiders could almost never reach them.
Ooh. This is cool, man. That's cool.
Like enormous walls. For centuries, the extreme mountain terrain
That's Norway.
constantly faced violent
I believe.
North Atlantic storms and endured winters covered in darkness for several. In winter, high mountain fog and thin snow often cover the temple roofs, the cliff face, and the prayer flags torn by wind along the path. In 1998, a fire destroyed much of the main structure, killed one monk, and caused many. For about 9 months each year, the frozen ocean becomes the main travel route for dog sleds. During long sieges, medieval residents survived by farming on hidden terraces and storing rainwater among the dry, rocky slopes. Even today, Monemvasia rejects modern vehicles, forcing all goods and construction materials to be transported by human labor or pack donkeys.
Why do they even live there, bro? Just move the fuck away from there. It's in a hospital place to live in.
Mao Sinram is the wettest place on Earth, where non-stop rain, lasting for months, creates a wall of water that almost
non-stop rain? Fuck, that's nice. I love rain, man. Could live in rain.
The settlement sits on the Khasi Hills at about 4,600 feet above sea level and faces directly toward the Bay of Bengal, forcing
I could see myself live there, maybe.
into the mountains.
I have everything I needed, of course.
Average yearly rainfall can exceed 470 inches, enough to turn the air into dense fog and erase visibility for days at a time. Ordinary raincoats and umbrellas are nearly useless, so residents use nup, a shield woven from bamboo and banana leaves that covers the head and back during storms.
Damn.
Extreme humidity causes metal to rust quickly, concrete to become coated in slippery moss, and fabric or leather clothing to grow mold after only one night.
Damn. Harsh place, man.
From June to August, roads dissolve into mud and the fog becomes so thick that Mawsynram is almost sealed off from the rest of India. Welcome to Lamayuru, an untouchable land.
I would be interested in joining project, but right now I'm looking for an internship position at the company, a project, and I needed to be a registered company right now, at least. So I have to say no at the moment, but if you decide to register a company before August, at least August is the last of August is the deadline. So yeah, if you do it before then, you can let me know and I can jump on the project. That's when my internship period starts, and I need to have it done by then. So yeah.
Hidden deep in the Himalayas, where the terrain is not meant for the faint-hearted, or those afraid of heights. The entire settlement and its monasteries are built along the edges of vertical cliffs, making them look as if they could slide into the abyss at any moment when viewed from below. Houses here are handmade from mud and stone, with colors abandoned because all movement depended on a maze of narrow stone stairways winding along the hillside, almost completely rejecting the use of cars.
No, that's abandoned buildings,
Nature did
bro.
not need centuries to reclaim this place, because in less than 30 years after the final migration of the late 1990s, vines and wild ferns broke through windows, pierced rooftops, and covered the stone walls.
It's kind of interesting. Do plants know that places are abandoned and then they go in? I wonder that now. Why don't they go in while people are living there? Why do they wait until they move out?
Hutuan almost disappears beneath a dense green layer, leaving only a few old rooftops and dark windows exposed on the mountain. Through the abandoned village, because power belongs to those who own buffalo herds, hundreds of horses, and ancient bronze gongs.
No shit. Oh. I can't be fun living there, man. Whoa.
Wadi Rum Camp holds the record as the most isolated lodging area in Jordan, hidden deep inside the Valley of the Moon, a landscape considered the most realistic version of Mars on Earth.
Oh.
Nature here creates a harsh wall of endless red sand, with no paved road for even 1 foot, and daily temperature swings from freezing cold to burning heat. Because ordinary cars cannot drive deep into the desert, visitors can only reach the camps by high-clearance local jeep or by camel. Isolation forces clean water to be pumped from deep underground sources or carried in from outside, so water use must remain careful to protect the ecosystem. Even in these severe conditions, the camps range from simple eco tents to 5-star desert lodging.
Damn. 5-star.
Surrounded by silent red sand on every side, many luxury camps still include air conditioning, Wi-Fi, jacuzzi tubs, and 24-hour
Wi-Fi. 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 I don't know, man. It'd be cool. Camping in the desert, like luxury camping in the desert.
and falling debris from the surrounding jungle. Despite the development of the 21st century, Murren still rejects cars and depends on cable cars, a mountain railway, and the small train route from Grutschalp.
Ooh.
Essential supplies such as building bricks, heating oil, and drinking water must be carried up through aerial transport systems or mountain railways. In winter, the low wooden rooftops are almost buried under snow, leaving only lit windows and narrow paths cut through thick white masses. When severe weather stops the cable cars, life in Murren contracts around the station. Supply areas.
All right, yeah, I understand. If I had a stable economic situation, I could join a project like that, but I can't. I need to support myself somehow. And I'm not in a situation where I can do that right now.
Walking routes inside the village.
The internship is like the #1 priority for me. #1.
Itokortormiit is not an ordinary village, but resembles a guard post, standing alone.
Georgie? What the fuck is Georgie doing? Is he alive? Oh damn. Slowest war station. Bake 100 sausage roll for a village fee. Was it too many? Oh. Oh, really? State of decay free. Oh. Might be good. Unholy. That's so wow. I didn't see this image though. Coke soaked chicken. Ooh. Oh, I saw this one. Kebab. Kebab, that's kebab. Fucking pineapple. Thing. Oh. Well, I'll end it here today. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.